Welcome to Everything with Emilie, where we talk about just about anything, whether that be pop culture, people's interests, or just genuinely what they've been up to. Today I have a special guest, Andrew. Welcome, Andrew.
Hi, guys. How we doing?
Well, thank you for being on the show. How are you doing today?
I would say I'm doing pretty fantastic. I got some rest. I've been working a lot. Got out. I guess as you know, I guess you could tell them that I'm your...
We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
So I know that you are starting FIU in a few weeks. How's that going?
Honestly, I just got my classes set up. I actually had orientations today.
Today? Wow.
Yep, I had orientation.
How long in between did you have a break to come here?
No, I had dude, I just got okay, this is all crazy, but I got diagnosed for some crazy eye condition or whatever right before this. This
What?
is so yes, I just went to the doc because I got an eye exam. I had orientation, immediately booked it to the eye doctor. And now they're telling me I need prism glasses or whatever because I can see double vision or whatever. Yeah.
What?
I'm so serious. This just randomly happened today. Yeah.
See, he was ready for the show with information on him.
Yep. I guess. Yeah. And I don't know what, just randomly. But yeah,
Have you been feeling bad or
No, what it is that
I
have this condition called nystagmus or whatever. That's uncontrollable eye spasms or whatever. And it's just gotten worse. And so they were and they did all these little tests and stuff that I can see side to side. And then when I look to the right, I can see a line. But then when I look to the left, my eye's strained and I can't see. It's the most random thing ever. They called it diplo, I forgot what it was. I almost said diplomacy. It's no, it's
like the DJ.
No, not diplo. No, it's I forgot what it was, but it means double vision. And then there's another one that's nystagmus. That's it's involuntary. It's just spasms of the eye. They can go up and down, side to side. They did they did a bunch of scans on my. And now I have to go to the ophthalmologist to go get my vision Yeah. No, the prescription they do at the optometrist. But at the ophthalmologist, they're gonna do all the crazy stuff.
Oh, I've only been to the optometrist because, funny enough, I've actually needed glasses since I was in kindergarten. But I don't really wear them anymore sometimes. I wear them if I'm doing work and I'm on the computer playing a video game, watching a movie. Mm-hmm. Doing work and reading, but I just I hate wearing them. And my vision is not that bad, but I have astigmatism, which is something with the roundness of your pupils. Yeah.
And it's it makes everything a lot really what's it called?
It's sensitive to light and everything.
Yeah.
And so my vision is not that bad, but there's kind of a point like this where it's something is weird with
when you're driving at night. Is it the lights kind of appear a little brighter than they should?
Sometimes a little bit. It depends, but that's not important.
Okay.
So how was your orientation?
I think my orientation was honestly great. I had enough time to go to Chick-fil-A. I had a free little what's it called? I had a free chicken biscuit sandwich, and then I had the reward points because see, I'm fat, so I get to go through all of all my apps, all my mobile apps, and I have 10,000 points on each one. And I'll be scanning other people's receipts and stuff. You gotta hustle. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't know who I was with.
No, I'm just letting you know. You gotta develop a strategy. It's expensive to be eating out all the time. So when you use coupons, you use codes, you use reward points. You be using other people's reward points, other people's coupons. I be eating. I'll literally go out every other day, just getting McDonald's, getting Burger King. Jesus. I work at Starbucks, so I that's one of my jobs, and I'll be going, dude. I'm evil at Starbucks. Corporate America hates to see me because I'll be sitting down and I'll just be redeeming all the free food and all the free drinks.
Oh my God.
Dude, and if someone doesn't if there's something that's extra.
He's saying this on the record, guys.
On the record, but if there's something extra, I'll be eating it. If we mark it out and it's extra and it either gets thrown away or consumed.
Yeah. I feel corporate America is very bad about consumption. They'll just throw all this food away where they could donate it, give it to people.
No, there's a lot they actually have food drives. I believe that they sometimes donate them with some of the Starbucks food. But dude, if you knew how many millions and millions and millions of pounds of food get thrown away.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Fresh food, because think about it like this. They have standards in, I guess, retail for food where it's you have a 3-day period, 3 to 5 days, and right after that food's getting thrown away.
I know.
Even though it's probably frozen.
Does Starbucks use Too Good To Go?
To Go? What do you mean?
Too Good To Go. It's a platform where when I used to work at Misha's Cupcakes.
Misha's oh my gosh. That reminded me of Miami Lakes. Bro, I used to love Misha's Cupcakes. The other day I just continue.
Well, when I used to work there, we after a certain point we had this partnership with the app where people could still purchase the food, but cheaper.
Yes.
And it was bad. Yeah, it's a great platform. Other restaurants use it as well.
Mm-hmm. No, I think I'm not actually. I can't confirm nor deny whether Starbucks has it or not because I'm under record. Like I'm just kidding. No, but actually, I don't know if they have. But I think you're right. No,
they probably do. A lot of places have it
like
now.
does McDonald's have that?
I don't know. A lot of more like actual restaurants and little businesses. And
I love
stuff.
McDonald's.
I'm not sure.
There's such a charm in McDonald's.
The chicken wrap? Oh my lord.
The snack wrap.
Yeah,
there you go. The snack wrap. Oh,
geez, you know the exact name.
I know exactly what you're talking about. They brought that back, by the way.
I know. I used to have it when I was little.
I think I mean, with inflation now, it's like $3 to $4. The snack wrap was not $3 to $4, bro. It used to be like $1 or something like $1.50.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something about McDonald's that reminded me. Like when I had gone to. If you want to, you continue with the questions.
You're a great person to have on. You're just a yapper, dude.
No, I am. I was thinking about that on the way here. I was like, I'm gonna talk a little too much, probably. I don't know how much the runtime is for this.
No, it's like 30 minutes, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But so what are you studying at FIU?
So funny enough, I'm actually studying something I didn't want to study, and so initially, because what happened was. I had a very fantastic teacher who I absolutely adore. They kicked me out of my class, and so now I can't.
In high school or college?
In college, and dropped me because of an attendance thing that he decided to. I guess he decided to have a little bit of fun with it, and say, you know what, I'm just gonna screw somebody over today. And so he decided to kick me out, and he had basically explained how. Whether I like it or not, he'll do everything in his power to make sure I don't join the class. After explaining my entire problem, because what it was is that I needed one class to get into the FIU School of Business, one prerequisite. It was business calculus.
By the way, for anyone that doesn't know, he's transferring from Miami-Dade College, so that's
Miami-Dade College.
This is where this happens.
High lit campus, go Sharks, and I'm going to MMC and then whatever. What ended up happening is that they dropped me, and I had asked. Pretty please, could I just go in with that prereq and just take it like in FIU? And they go, absolutely not. And so I was like,
are you for real?
No, they were like, so you're gonna have to wait next year. And I said, nope, I'm not waiting until next year. I'm going immediately. I'm going now into the fall because I'm not waiting.
Yeah, of course. No. For one course, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's not how. I'm not doing that. I'm working 2 jobs right now that I was trying to make sure I could pay out of pocket for school because they had some issue where my completion rate wasn't up, so my FAFSA got cut, and my grades are fine, but I didn't get FAFSA for almost a year, and man, that was bad.
Yeah,
I'm paying a school. I'm in debt. I got things I gotta pay for, bills, stuff like that. I gotta help my mom, and it was absolutely wonderful for that teacher to really kick me out because I'm so happy that he did that. I'm so glad because you know what that means that I learned that there are more evil people on this planet than I really than I imagined. But with that being said, I realized I was like. Is that really what I want to do? Because
you wanted to do business.
So
or you didn't.
I wanted to do something international business, international affairs, trade, marketing, and I realized I'm like, after thinking and sitting down and being like, wow.
After being kicked out.
After being not only just kicked out, obviously I had that pressure of just like what I have to do now because if I want to get into school, I have to apply to something.
Yeah, of course.
And I was very I'll tell you now, I was a little nervous because I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? Right. And so what ended up happening is I thought about it and I realized, I'm pretty relatively decent with talking to people and stuff like that. And I love culture, whether that be history, the arts, the social sciences. It just I adore it. I would have been a history major, but I'm broke. So I don't want to be a history major.
You can't really make money being a history
That's
major.
not true. It's actually not true. You can make, as a matter of fact, there are people that go to law school with history degrees.
Okay, well, you can go to law school with any degree.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, but preferably, sometimes history has to do a lot with, I guess, kind of like the letter, like comprehension and being able to read and stuff like that.
Okay, well, yes.
So that's why it helps. But I was like, man, what am I gonna do? I don't want to be a history teacher. They're miserable. And I've been I've been friends with it. Like I'm telling you right now, my one history teacher actually passed through Starbucks, and I was like, I hadn't seen them in years. But that lady used to let me skip to that class. Like she would know I was skipping. She's like, just sit down, just do what you gotta do. And I love history teachers, but you should see them. They are stressed.
No, I'm sure.
They're super stressed. For some reason, all of them, and they try to have as much fun as they can with their job, but it seems like they always got something going on.
So anyway, what are you majoring in now?
I'm majoring in international affairs.
Oh,
so actually, I was considering.
What school is that considered at FIU?
I think it was Stephen. It was like Stephen J. something. There's a new building by the Mango Building and the Ryder Business School.
But it's not ISPA, right? Or not?
It starts with an S. SIPA.
SIPA.
It's SIPA.
ISPA is a school right here. I don't know why I messed it
ISPA.
up.
I don't know what ISPA is.
SIPA. Yeah, is that not the international
Stephen
business?
J. And yeah. What is SIPA? Public Affairs? I think it's Stephen International Public Affairs.
Yeah, Public Affairs, I guess.
Yeah, that's the school I'm in.
Oh, nice. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I'm actually really excited because I just filled out my classes. I got a few friends that are going to Germany. I got 2 of them actually. Shout out to Leo and Jordan. They're both going to Germany for 2 different reasons. But I've actually liked...
Like for the semester, they're doing a study abroad?
They're doing I think one of them is doing like a transfer, and the other one's doing an internship in Germany.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I've always been very, I like kind of, I guess, the European... I have a little bit of like a historical focus on like the Cold War and stuff like that, because I'm a big fan of spy movies. I love James Bond. I love like action and thriller stuff like that. And I had grown up on that stuff. And like... my dad was born and lived throughout the Cold War. He had been in East and West Germany, had gone to the USSR, had done all this stuff. And I always was like, well, I'm not sure if it was USSR, but he had been to Eastern and Western Germany. And there was, you have communists and you have the, and I don't know if you know, but they had split it and like, because after the war. And all these like stories and things that he would be telling me always inspired me to kind of get involved with that, I guess, like that part of history.
Yeah.
And that was
it's important for people to know history, obviously.
It is. Yeah. I remember I spoke to somebody and they told me, they're like, history is really not that important. And I was like, what makes you say that?
Like,
I don't, and you know what's crazy? I don't remember their name because that's how
because they weren't important to history.
No, they apparently not. But
back to the topic of Europe. I know you just went on a trip to Ireland.
Yes. Speaking of which, speaking of Europe, I had gone to.
Yeah, you even got your own little photographer brain. You brought your camera and everything.
Oh yeah, that's my dad's camera.
We have a picture of one of your pictures.
That's in so that's off this ledge of this place called Dunluce Castle. That's in Northern Ireland, because we had gotten. This is technically the UK. It's actually not a part of mainland Ireland because they had it split. Yes, they had split. There was this thing called. So what ended up happening was that there's like there was like a little bit of a dispute between Ireland and the UK because they had to basically announce their independence, and Ireland has been at war. Well, they had like the IRA, which is like this quote unquote terrorist group and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember. This is actually so funny, but I feel like I don't have that much knowledge on Ireland and the IRA, but I remember my good friend Alice, she had a party for St. Patrick's Day, and she wanted me to make a flyer, and I used a meme that was like Family Guy, something like, I don't associate with the IRA or something. I wish I had a picture.
Family Guy?
Family Guy, IRA, Ireland. Let's go.
What? You had a party about Family Guy in Ireland?
No, that was just on the post.
Oh, it was on the post. That's such a random thing.
Because it was a St. Patrick's Day party.
That's so random. No, it's like that's what I was saying about that photo. Yeah, that's in they basically had like a dispute, and the Protestants, and because Ireland is mainly Catholic, and so what it was is that they had a basically dispute with very rich landowners that were Protestant, that had come from, because England is actually historically Protestant. They had split with the Protestant Reformation.
I didn't know you were so historical.
No, I'm telling you, I like history, but they had a split where they didn't basically get along. I'm not gonna go into that because that's a whole thing. But
you guys can look it up if you're really interested.
Yeah. No, it's very cool because it's actually. It really, like, the Catholic Church was very dominant, and so you had a lot of Catholic settlers and stuff like that had actually moved to Ireland, and those rich Protestant English owners of that land, they don't think it was like, I think it was something like, there was a statistic, there was like it was like 15 or 16% or something. It was in the, like, almost to the 20s, where it's like, that's what the Catholics basically own.
Yeah.
Of in Ireland at the time, and the rest were like Protestant owned. Even though Protestants made up barely the population of
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but anyway,
Did you learn that on this trip, or you kind of knew that from?
So I had known a little bit of that before, but it definitely piqued my interest once I'm in Ireland. Of course, you have to be knowledgeable. I have to learn, and I had being in Ireland honestly was like such an interesting experience to me because it was so different. Like, and actually, what I was explaining before was at McDonald's, like they had this different McDonald's menu completely. They had, and I hope for the camera, there was this strawberry, it was a strawberry lemonade that they used to have. There was like this like kind of sourish thing that my little, like, I was so fat, dude, when I was little, and I used to go to McDonald's maybe every other day. And I would get...
The epitome of health.
I would get the epitome, and I would get, oh my God, like the upper echelon of health. I would go to McDonald's, I would get me and my dad both because we were both fat, and we would get the what's it called? I get like a Big Mac plain with cheese, medium fries, maybe I get an extra quarter pounder plain with cheese because I didn't like nothing on my burgers, and so I would always get and I would always get the what's it called, the strawberry lemonade. And I hadn't seen that strawberry lemonade, and I remember there was a very distinct childhood moment. You know when you like activate your consciousness?
Yeah. What's that called? When you gain consciousness.
Yeah, it's like you gain it all of a sudden. It's like that's solipsism is a term. I forgot. It's like you think about you in the third person or like your life. I don't remember. So that's like a different term.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I had this strawberry lemonade that I hadn't had in more than a decade, or however long it was, and I remember one memory being in the Miami Lakes one. Where the thing is, I've been in the McDonald's so many times. They've like remodeled it like 3 times, and I think before I was born, they remodeled it a 4th time. Like I think it was like when I just remember being like a year old.
Like they remodeled it, and then they remodeled it like 3 times.
It was so small. Yeah. So what happened was I think it was like, man, I just remember Demons by Imagine Dragons playing, and me just being like, and just eating like that's just.
That was your conscious gain.
No, it wasn't like gain. I think it was just a specific moment because I was definitely old enough to remember that, but. Yeah, no, I had...
Imagine Dragons and McDonald's made him gain
conscious. No, it's like it's Demons by Imagine Dragons.
Well, I just said Imagine Dragons in general.
No, I know. I'm saying like I just remembered that song specifically.
What song is that?
That's where my demons are.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I was like... And I just remember that every time. But anyway, I had the same exact... I saw it in Ireland.
That's awesome.
Yes, in a town called... Which one was it that we had stopped at? Dang, I think we were just driving through because I had been through four main towns. I had been to Dublin for St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Crazy. So many people. So many tourists, actually.
Sure. Hello, you were one of them.
Yeah, and I was one of them. And it was honestly, it was cool. Super expensive in Dublin. I actually underestimated how expensive Ireland is.
Yeah, I've never really thought about
much how bro, you know it's more expensive than Japan?
Well, Japan is supposed to be not that expensive.
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
no, but like when you're actually there, the expenses are not that much. The thing that is expensive is the flight, obviously.
No, I know. I think you're mistaken. I think it's actually more expensive. They have that's a whole other thing, but I think there's like something for foreigners and stuff like that. The things are more expensive. As a matter of fact,
I think they're introducing that soon. Because I keep seeing on my Instagram like 2025 was the last time you can go to Japan.
That's not true.
Not actually, but it's
probably last time you go to Japan with a specific visa or like a way that I don't know. Who knows?
No, it's something. A lot of the prices are changing. It's gonna be more expensive and whatnot. But speaking of Japan, I know you are very into JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and I hear, which is an anime, by the way, and I hear that they're coming out with a new part, like they're animating it for the first time. Yep. I'm not really sure. Tell me more about that.
So it's
and what's it called?
So it's called JoJo Steel Ball Run, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run, which that's I'll tell you right now. I had an anime shirt on earlier, but I don't have it on now. I was like, which is like I had a Fist of the North Star shirt. It's actually my car.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it's actually funny enough. The Japanese anime manga that was, I think it was serialized like 83 or 85 or something like that. They were based on the anime Fist of the North Star, which is about
a lot of stuff is based on Fist of the North Star.
Because Fist of the North Star was very famous in Japan at the time, and
even here, like everyone knows that one meme. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone knows. I think it was.
I wasn't gonna pronounce it myself, but you got that.
No, and I'll tell you now, I am not no otaku, whatever the heck, whatever they call it. I'm not what do they call it? I don't know. Weeb. I'm not that. I got the big 3 for me, is Dragon Ball Z, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Fist of the North Star. Because Fist of the North Star was one of the first animes I ever watched. Because I went to Blockbuster back in the day, and there was a card.
Back in the day, and this is the 20-year-old.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. I just was old enough to remember, but there was a Blockbuster where that McDonald's was, where I told you about.
Oh, so these are your core memories.
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember there being a Blockbuster there? Miami Lakes?
Maybe.
Next to Magda's? Which is my aunt.
I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, for reference,
we
are related.
We are related. That is my cousin. My second cousin, because your mom is my first cousin.
Yeah, that's some crazy lore we have to unpack later.
Yeah, that's unpack. It's just my dad knocked on my mom, and then I came out as her. It was that all my cousins were born many years before me, and I was just at the end of Yeah, but anyway, I'm here. So
anyway, Steel Ball Run.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Steel Ball Run is fantastic. It's so funny enough. I actually I don't really know too much about Steel Ball Run because
That was your favorite part.
See, it's going to be because it's actually, believe it or not, it's rated the #1 manga. I think it was #1 or #2 manga of all time.
And correct me if I'm wrong. This is the part where he's a velociraptor or something?
Okay, well,
that's a different
no
part.
spoilers for nobody. Yes, there is somebody that can be a velociraptor kind of that has like a power, but I don't know too much. Believe it or not, I have actually sealed away anything that I remember because I'm ready to just ingest it as an animation.
So your brain put the memory away so you could relearn everything and enjoy it.
That's exactly, yes, because I actually don't even know how it truly ends.
Did you not finish it or you just don't remember?
I didn't read it.
Oh.
Because I've been around I played a lot of like little games. I played Roblox games or whatever. Done like been around, talked to people about it, and seen clips and stuff like that. And I basically forgot almost everything, just so that way I could really I can unpack stuff and just like repack it again.
And do you know when this part is coming out?
So I believe I had seen like a clip. I'm not sure if it was official or not. Of like the teaser or whatever was official. It was like a picture.
I think it came out in April, like of this
maybe.
year. I was doing some research before. I think it came out at the end of April is when it got announced.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now when exactly it was, but yeah, no, they just finished the first episode, like animating it, I think. No, not animating, but I think they.
But it'll probably be a few years before it actually comes out. Correct.
Yes, but because Netflix actually bought the licensing or whatever for the anime, so now
really? I didn't know. I know it was on Netflix. Like I'm still on part 5, I believe.
Oh, that's a creep.
I know. I need to keep watching. Sorry, guys. Sorry to disappoint.
Oh my gosh, that's like one of my favorite parts.
Because it always takes me a while to watch it, but yeah, I need to keep watching it. And I know that Netflix now has all the other parts on.
Yeah, they have
They even have part 6 already, right?
Yeah, they do because they actually released part 6.
Yeah, is that with Jolene?
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Okay. Mm-hmm. So now that I know that you're a fan of JoJo's and Fist of the North Star, does that mean you're also very kind of into like fighting and boxing?
Yeah, actually.
Well, maybe not you individually, but like watching.
Well, I did do MMA for like 2 months. It was expensive. That's why I stopped. And I got injured. But I was in the routes of wanted to compete in jiu-jitsu. Believe it or not. I did want to get into that. I know a little bit of like jiu-jitsu moves, stuff like that. I like grappling. I would grapple a lot with my friends, like in like the backyard and stuff like that, and like screw around and box and hit each other.
And so, when it comes to boxing with your friends, I know your friends kind of started their own boxing league or something.
I can really tell you about that. Shout out to Dade Street Boxing. All right, on Instagram, Dade Street Boxing.
And actually, I had the chance of going to a Dade Street Boxing event.
Yep.
And I covered it like for a package for when I was doing news stuff at FIU.
Oh yeah.
And I even interviewed him there, and I know there's gonna be a clip of him.
You sure did.
Actually, like being interviewed at the event. Like
pull up
I
the clip.
That's so funny.
That's when I had my long hair. I was a little bit of a rock star.
Rockstar.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
So tell them about Dade Street Boxing. How you
So Dade Street Boxing, I'm gonna give you the rundown.
By the way, before I start, I probably will interview them one day and like have a real conversation about it.
Yeah, for sure you should. Yeah, I would. I was
already texting Joseph about it.
Yeah. But I mean, I would like to come on because I would take.
You can come on, you, Joseph, and Oscar.
Yeah, and so funny enough, Dade Street Boxing started in my junior year of high school in March, I believe. It was in early March. Because what ended up happening is I have a friend that I know that I had known him for a little bit throughout high school. And then one day, I guess some sort of beef came around where, you know what it is that I was a little bit of I wasn't the nicest. I was
instigator.
Yeah, and I would just go up to him and I'd be like, you know what? You're a little fat, dude. You're fat. And he would be like.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
No, but he wasn't very nice to me either. It was mutually disrespectful is what the term that I'm going to use, but
mutual beef with
mutual disrespect, and we would constantly go back and forth and stuff like that. And eventually, I think it came up where he's like, why don't we fight? And I was like, oh yeah, why not? Like let's fight. Let's just fight and figure it out. And I'm like, you know what?
This is the guy way of.
And I guess, and basically, what I had heard through him and through others is that he was I don't know, some like I think like not a champion, but like he had done Muay Thai and he had done boxing. By the way, he's a guy who at the time was standing. Well, he's around the same size now, but he's like 6'3", like 240 pounds, and I was 5'7", 5'8", 140, 50 pounds. But I was talking what I had to talk. I was like, you know what? I was ready to go. I was like, well,
confident.
No, I mean I was confident enough to get in a fight. I don't know if I was gonna win, but yeah, I was like,
the attitude towards it is the most important part.
I was like, why not? Like, I mean, I haven't been in a fight. So I was like, should I do I want to get beat up? Like, I was like, why not? Why don't we figure something out? And I found out that he had fought before, and that low-key turned me off. And I was like, wait.
Yeah, come on, he's cheating.
And now I was like, dang, this guy fights like a bunch. I'm like, oh crap. Like, how am I gonna win? Like, there's not even gonna be a chance. So I'm like, how about this? I'll fight one of your friends. Just off rip, I was like, so I directed my hatred and my disrespect and my.
By the way, everything with Emilie does not condone violence.
No, absolutely not. Do not get involved in violence.
This is a show about positivity.
Of course. Actually, yeah, no, a few of my friends that I know have gotten hurt because of don't fight, guys. It's like, unless you get paid for it, and unfortunately, the UFC doesn't pay enough their fighters. So, but like and like boxing and all stuff, it's hard to get into fighting. Fighting is a very big mentality sport.
Of course.
But anyway, yeah.
It's mostly mental.
Yeah, it's super mental. I mean, you obviously have that physical thing, but to really get in a fight and stay there.
Yeah. And you're experiencing all this pain at once, and like it takes so much mental strength to like keep going. And
another thing with this is like you have mental pain when you realize that you're training, you get into a fight camp, you have fighters that are really not making too much money. They're making they show up, they get paid, I don't know, $500 to show up and $500 to fight, or $750, $1,000 to fight. And like, you know, there's to win, you get paid, and to show up, you get paid. But these boxers, man, they get hurt, you know.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Boxing, unfortunately, has had history of corruption and rigging and stuff like that. But let me explain. So I was telling you before so I was like, why not fight your friend? Because I'm going to get beat up. So I'm like, why not I fight somebody that's close to you? So that way I can, you know, get my redemption or something. I'm not going to lose my honor. and you know, like I cannot, my code. I was like, dang, I gotta still roll my fade, you know? You get me? So I was like,
exactly.
Why not? So what ended up happening, we were talking back and forth, talking. And then one day they pressured us. We were in like in a parking lot, and they were like, they put on this is so funny. This kid who liked, I don't know, fighting or whatever, had boxing gloves that he had bought, and they were, bro, I'll tell you, they were smelly, dude. They were these old boxing gloves, and they put them on us, one hand each. Mm-hmm. So I had a boxing glove here, and he had a boxing glove in his other hand, and we were like, how about this? That they were like, come on, fight, come on. And I was, you know, talking my crap, and I was telling him all this and that, and he was like, yeah. And so I was like, why not? So we're there, you know, and they were like, let's not hit each other in the face. So I'm there to the body. I'm like, whatever. I was like 16. I was screwing around. And then all of a sudden, he didn't like how I hit him. Mm-hmm. And then with the other hand, with no glove, he went, boom.
What the hell?
He just punched me on the face. And I was like, we're fighting next Saturday. I don't care. I was like, you're not doing this to me. And he was like, oh, well, so be it. Keep in mind, this guy was about my height at 240 pounds. Everyone's bigger than me. So I was like, why not? And we decided to duke it out on the weekend or whatever, just at the park. And we got four backpacks right after school. We all run up on a little sweaty little polo shirts. And we got there and we were like, let's go. We put 4 backpacks and we fought 3 rounds. I personally think I won the first round. I think I won the first round. I just had more solid shots. The second round, I got so tired. And I'll tell you right now, he won that round and I straight up quit. That round. I lost. I literally got, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I didn't know how to fight. I was going like this. I was going like that. No, I was so gassed. I'm like, I just trying to hurt this guy. And I sat there. I'm like, man, I really lost. And he got me kind of good in some shots. And well, that was the first Dade Street boxing fight. DSB won in March.
How much has it? I know we only have a few minutes left.
Yeah.
But how much has it grown since?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, man. We just got DSB 22, where we just had some crazy knockouts. I was commentating with my partner Joseph, who he actually runs DSB with
I will
Oscar.
probably have him on everything with Emilie at some point in the future.
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic. I mean, I fought 3 times probably about in those fights. I won like 2 of them, so I'm 2-1 in Satan's backyard. But I don't know. It's been a good experience.
But now you guys actually have amateur.
We would move. We would fight at the park, and Joseph built a ring. He built 2 rings, and we went from building these rings with little strings in them. You know, we had one time it was like school versus school. We had people that we knew, our friend group, and all their exterior people, and then these people from Miami Lakes Middle, which is right next to the park, Optimus Park, right next to in Miami Lakes. And dude, we would be duking it out.
A 16-year-old can have.
Oh my gosh, just fighting, and we had a little boxing, and now we got about 5,000 followers almost 5,000.
But now it's actually real pro amateur.
Amateur, as a matter of fact, it's a company. Yeah, it's run mainly by Oscar and Joseph, and I decided to step in as being, but I would like to help. I'd like to insert myself into it because honestly, it's nice. It just feels good. You're supporting a community. We have amateur boxers there. They have records. We have.
And I was actually able to go to an event myself, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it was a lot more legit than I thought.
Yeah, you thought it was like gonna be like scrapyard stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, I heard the story of how it started, and I figured it would kind of be a little more like that, but it was like actually like pro amateur.
Yeah, man.
Like,
As a matter of fact,
I don't know the word exactly.
No, it's amateur
Yes.
level. Amateur just basically means like, you know, we have 3 round I think it's 3 round 3 or 2-minute fights, and it's like just nothing like crazy like that. 16-ounce gloves or 16 ounce, and we even had girls fight too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be up there, but
no, it's alright. It takes a lot of heart, but I'm gonna be honest, it's okay. You don't want to get. There's no point in.
I don't really want to get beat up like that.
No.
It's not for me. I don't.
And I've been punched in the face with braces before, and I just it sucks. You start bleeding everywhere. No, thank you.
Yeah, that does not sound like fun.
No, but yeah.
I know we definitely have to wrap it up soon, but like I feel like we talked a lot. Like I feel like we got in so many different little conversations,
little random ones. Yeah.
Of course, but. That's the best. Like, that's what I want on this show. It's kind of just, like, going little random...
I could talk for a while, dude.
I could tell.
Yeah, I could talk for...
I'll probably have you on again at some point. We could talk more about anything. Yeah,
whatever you like.
But overall, like, do you feel like... I know you've been working so much, but do you feel like you had a good summer and everything?
Honestly, I think... what do you mean? Like, if we're talking? Talking? I can express myself. Summer. Oh, a good summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say I had a pretty good summer. You know, I got
How do you feel like... I mean, working 2 jobs is a lot. Like, how do you feel like that's been?
Bro, 2 jobs is really not that bad if you're able to balance it out and do
light
what you gotta
work
do.
For a guy like
it's not even about like a macho thing or whatever. It's like, you know, you gotta meet standard. I have bills to pay. I have family to support.
You're locked in. You got that mindset.
I know but I feel like I could definitely insert myself in a better mindset of just being able to be productive, because you definitely don't, in my opinion, you don't want to work for the system and give all that time, because time is money. And being able to put yourself in that position where you have to support your family and step up and try to help, like it definitely takes a toll on you. I guess, you know, you get tired and stuff like that, but I think the biggest thing that people don't realize when you insert yourself in, I guess, a more like time consuming mode, because I'm working like 50 hours a week, and that's really not that bad. Some people working way more.
Yeah.
You know, but a big thing is discipline. Being able to be disciplined. My mom tells me all the time, it's like, be disciplined in your work ethic, being able to establish a foundation wherever you are, whether that's school, work, your relationships.
And are you going to continue working 2 jobs while you're at school, or what are you doing?
We're going to see. We're going to see where life takes me, because right now I have an opportunity that I'm going to try to take advantage of, and we'll see how that takes us. And if I'm able to support my family and really make myself and promote myself to get a better life, like I feel like too many people think of that sense of being an individual, but I like to be able to empower other people, especially the people that I care about, you know?
That's
like, it's like, because if I sit there and I'm like, I'm going to do what's me, I'm on my grind set, which is cool.
I'm going
to do me. Like you stay, you like, I'm gonna chase the bag, you know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to promote myself and my friends and the people that I care about.
That's awesome.
And I think that's what the important, and also not only am I feeling better, like when I do my work, like I feel better about myself, because I'm helping others. I'm like making sure, like that's basically like the game plan right now.
I think that's a wonderful mindset to have.
I like it. It just makes me more productive. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on today's show. It was lovely having you.
Yeah, for sure.
Having us for 30 minutes, maybe a little more than 30 minutes. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a great semester. I hope you come on again.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. We'll see you at next interview. Hopefully I'll be a diplomat in like Germany.
Yeah, the next time he comes on, he'll be a completely different person.
Yeah, I'm taking German actually. I'm taking German.
Really?
Yeah, taking German, AI, cybersecurity in I think like foreign affairs, and I think we'll see.
Awesome.
We'll see where life takes us.
Yeah, he'll definitely come on again, and it was lovely having him. Sure. Again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Miami Community News. Get more news from us. We're the best.
Oh yeah.
Have a great day. Bye.